Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented India's 80th budget in Parliament on Sunday. It's her 9th consecutive budget under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced a host of measures to push India's Viksit Bharat vision forward. In her budget speech, she said, as this is the first budget prepared in Kartavya Bhavan, it is inspired by three Kartavya. First Kartavya is to accelerate and sustain economic growth by enhancing productivity and competitiveness and building resilience to volatile global dynamics. Second Kartavya is to fulfill aspirations of people to build their capacity, making them strong partners in India's path to prosperity. Third Kartavya, aligned with the vision of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, is to ensure that every family, community, region and sector has access to resources, amenities and opportunities for meaningful participation.
India's economic trajectory has been marked by stability, fiscal discipline, sustained growth and moderate inflation. This is the result of conscious choices we have made, even in times heightened uncertainty and disruption. With our Prime Minister, which have inspired many of the proposals, making this a unique Yuva Shakti-driven budget. Our government's sankalp is to focus on our poor, underprivileged and the disadvantaged. To deliver on this sankalp, and given that this is the first budget prepared in Kartavya Bhavan, we are inspired by three Kartavya. Our first Kartavya is to accelerate and sustain economic growth by enhancing productivity and competitiveness and building resilience to volatile global dynamics. Our second Kartavya is to fulfill aspirations of our people and build their capacity, making them strong partners in India's path to prosperity. Our third Kartavya, aligned with our vision of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, is to ensure that every family, community, region and sector has access to resources, amenities and opportunities for meaningful participation.
Presenting the Yuva Shakti-driven budget, which emphasizes on government sankalp to focus on poor, underprivileged and the disadvantaged, the Finance Minister said, India will continue to take confident steps towards Viksit Bharat, balancing ambition with inclusion. As a growing economy with expanding trade and capital needs, India must also remain deeply integrated with global markets, exporting more and attracting stable long-term investment. The Finance Minister said that after the Prime Minister's announcement on Independence Day in 2025, over 350 reforms have been rolled out. These include GST simplification, notification of labor codes, and rationalization of mandatory quality control orders. High-level committees have been formed, and in parallel, the central government is working with the state governments on deregulation and reducing compliance requirements.
Reform Express. Our government has undertaken comprehensive reforms towards creating employment, boosting productivity, and accelerating growth. After the Prime Minister's announcement on Independence Day in 2025, over 350 reforms have been rolled out. This includes GST simplification, notification of labor codes, and rationalization of mandatory quality control orders. High-level committees have been formed, and in parallel, the central government is working with the state governments on deregulation and reducing compliance requirements. The Reform Express is well on its way and will maintain its momentum to help us fulfill our Kartavya. I now move to specific proposals. Under our first Kartavya, to accelerate and sustain economic growth, I propose interventions in 6 areas. 1. Scaling up manufacturing in 7 strategic and frontier sectors. 2. Rejuvenating legacy industrial sectors. 3. Creating champion MSMEs. 4. Delivering a powerful push for infrastructure. 5. Ensuring long-term security and stability. And 6. Developing city economic regions.
To develop India as a global biopharma manufacturing hub, the Biopharma Shakti, with an outlay of Rs 10,000 crores to build the ecosystem for domestic production of biologics and biosimilars, will be set up over the next 5 years. For the labor-intensive textile sector, an integrated program with 5 subparts was proposed, recognizing MSMEs as a vital engine of growth. A dedicated Rs 10,000 crore SME growth fund was proposed to create future champions, incentivizing enterprises based on select criteria. The Finance Minister said public capex has increased manifold from Rs 2 lakh crore in FY 2014-15 to an allocation of Rs 11.2 lakh crore in BE 2025-26. In financial year 2026-27, she proposed to increase to Rs 12.2 lakh crore to continue the momentum. To promote environmentally sustainable passenger systems, 7 high-speed rail corridors between cities will be developed as growth connectors, namely Mumbai to Pune, Pune to Hyderabad, Hyderabad to Bengaluru, Hyderabad to Chennai, Chennai to Bengaluru, Delhi to Varanasi, and Varanasi to Siliguri. To promote India as a hub for medical tourism services, the Finance Minister proposed a scheme to support states in establishing 5 regional medical hubs in partnership with the private sector. India's animation, visual effects, gaming and comics sector is growing industry, projected to require 2 million professionals by 2030. The Finance Minister proposed to support the Indian Institute of Creative Technologies, Mumbai, in setting up AVGEC Content Creator Labs in 15,000 secondary schools and 500 colleges. In higher education STEM institutions, prolonged hours of study and laboratory work pose some challenges for girl students. Through VGF/Capital Support, 1 girl hostel will be established in every district. Finance Minister also provided big relief for cancer patients. She has provided basic custom duty exempted on 17 drugs and medicines. Also added 7 more rare diseases for exemption of import duty on personal import of drugs, medicine and food imported for special medical purposes. Taking forward the systematic nurturing of sports talent, which is set in motion through Khelo India program, the Finance Minister proposed to launch a Khelo India mission to transform the sports sector over the next decade. Building on the success of Lakhpati Didi program, self-help entrepreneur marts will be set up as a community-owned retail outlets within the cluster-level federations through enhanced and innovative financing instruments.
She marts for rural women-led enterprises. Building on the success of Lakhpati Didi program, I propose to help women take the next step from credit-linked livelihoods to being owners of enterprises. Self-help entrepreneur, she marts will be set up as community-owned retail outlets within the cluster-level federations through enhanced and innovative financing instruments.
Reaffirming the commitment to mental health and trauma care, the Finance Minister announced to set up NIMHANS 2 and also upgrade National Mental Health Institutes in Ranchi and Tejpur as regional apex institutions.
reaffirming our commitment to mental health and trauma care. There are no national institutes for mental health care in North India. We will therefore set up a NIMHANS 2 and also upgrade national mental health institutes in Ranchi and in Tezpur as regional apex institutions. Emergencies expose families, particularly the poor and vulnerable, to unexpected expenditure. We will strengthen and increase these capacities by 50% in district hospitals by establishing emergency and trauma care centers.
In direct taxes, many new reforms are proposed in the Union Budget 2026-27. The new Income Tax Act 2025 will come into effect from 1st April 2026. Also, the simplified income tax rules and forms will be notified shortly. The forms for the purpose are redesigned for easy compliance of ordinary citizens. Also, the time available for revising returns is proposed to extend it from 31st December to up to 31st March with the payment of a nominal fee.
I now present my proposals on direct taxes. New Income Tax Act. In July 2024, I announced a comprehensive review of the Income Tax Act 1961. This was completed in a record time, and the Income Tax Act 2025 will come into effect from 1st April 2026. The simplified income tax rules and forms will be notified shortly, giving adequate time to taxpayers to acquaint themselves with its requirements. The forms have been redesigned such that ordinary citizens can comply without difficulty. Ease of living. I propose that any interest awarded by the Motor Accident Claims Tribunal to a natural person will be exempt from income tax, and any TDS on this account will be done away with. I propose to reduce TCS rate on the sale of overseas tour program package from the current 5% and 20% to 2% without any stipulation of amount. I propose to reduce TCS rate for pursuing education and for medical purposes under the Liberalized Remittance Scheme, popularly known as LRS, from 5% to 2%. Supply of manpower services is proposed to be specifically brought within the ambit of payment to contractors for the purpose of TDS to avoid ambiguity. Thus, TDS on these services will be at the rate of either 1% or 2% only. I propose a scheme for small taxpayers, wherein a rule-based automated process will enable obtaining a lower or nil deduction certificate instead of filing an application with the assessing officer. For the ease of taxpayer holding securities in multiple companies, I propose to enable depositories to accept Form 15G or Form 15H from the investor and provide it directly to various relevant companies.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi called the Union Budget 2026 historic, highlighting Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman's record of presenting it for the 9th consecutive time. He described the budget as a highway of opportunities that turns aspirations into reality and strengthens India's future.
बजट में जो प्रावधान किए गए हैं, उससे अलग अलग सेक्टर्स में लीडर्स, इनोवेटर्स और क्रिएटर्स तैयार होंगे। मेडिकल हब्स के निर्माण से एलाइड हेल्थ प्रोफेशनल्स के माध्यम से ऑरेंज इकोनॉमी यानी ऑडियो विजुअल गेमिंग को बढ़ावा देकर, पर्यटन को प्रोत्साहन देकर और खेलो इंडिया मिशन के माध्यम से युवाओं के लिए नए अवसरों के द्वार खुलेंगे। भारत को दुनिया का डेटा सेंटर हब बनाने के लिए टैक्स में बड़ी छूट की घोषणा भी की गई है। मैं भारत के युवाओं को विशेष तौर पर इस बजट की बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं, क्योंकि इससे एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन को बड़ा बूस्ट मिलेगा। मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि इस बजट में टूरिज्म और विशेषकर नॉर्थ ईस्ट में टूरिज्म को बढ़ावा देने के लिए भी ठोस कदम उठाए गए हैं। भारत के अलग अलग राज्यों को ताकतवर बनाकर संतुलित विकास की नींव भी इस बजट में मजबूत की गई है।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the union budget reflects the aspirations of 140 crore Indians, strengthens the reform of journey and charts a clear roadmap of Viksit Bharat.
आज भारत जिस रिफॉर्म एक्सप्रेस पर सवार है, इस बजट से उसे नई ऊर्जा, नई गति मिलेगी। जो पाथ ब्रेकिंग रिफॉर्म्स किए गए हैं, वो एस्पिरेशन से भरे हुए भारत के साहसिक, टैलेंटेड युवाओं को उड़ने के लिए खुला आसमान देते हैं। ये बजट ट्रस्ट बेस्ड गवर्नेंस और ह्यूमन सेंट्रिक अर्थरचना के विजन को साकार करता है। एक ऐसा यूनिक बजट है जिसमें फिस्कल डेफिसिट कम करने, इन्फ्लेशन कंट्रोल करने पर फोकस है और इसके साथ ही बजट में हाई कैपेक्स और हाई ग्रोथ का भी समन्वय है। साथियों, ये बजट भारत की वैश्विक भूमिका को नए सिरे से सशक्त करता है। भारत के 140 करोड़ नागरिक फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग इकोनॉमी बनकर ही संतुष्ट नहीं है। हम जल्द से जल्द दुनिया की तीसरी सबसे बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था बनना चाहते हैं। ये करोड़ों देशवासियों का संकल्प है। दुनिया के एक ट्रस्टेड डेमोक्रेटिक पार्टनर और ट्रस्टेड क्वालिटी सप्लायर के रूप में भारत की भूमिका लगातार बढ़ रही है।
To watch more programs of Sansad TV, subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to like and share them.